Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to LeTip Live. Now, normally we have a podcast and we showcase members and we get to learn about people all over the nation that are in LeTip. Sometimes they even join us in studio and sometimes they join us virtual. But today we have a very special treat for you, literally, because Jaclyn Rae from Jaclyn Rae Creations is going to show you guys how to make a no-bake cake. So we're going to have a live cooking show today. So we're super pumped. It's the first time for LeTip. So without any further ado, Jaclyn Rae, how are you?
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here
Absolutely.
today.
Me too. We're all going to learn something today. It's a LeTip first cooking class live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And we do want to remind everyone that since we are live, if you get stuck or you have a question, you can put a question in the comments section and we can answer it live to make sure your cake comes out perfect. So Jaclyn, how are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. So I wanted to do a holiday special, and today I will be presenting my no-bake chocolate cake in my second edition gluten-free, savory, and sweet vegan recipe book.
Awesome.
So this is what I am going to be sharing how to make today.
Awesome. And all of this, just so you guys know, can be found at jaclyncreations.com. Link is on the screen right there. So if you have any questions or you want to learn more recipes just like this one, you can find them there.
Thank you.
No problem.
Awesome. So this is going to be a 3-step process. And what I'm going to do first is I'm going to create the crust by scratch. And what I have here is, for the crust, I have 1 cup of raw hazelnuts. I have a banana, almond butter, and I have gluten-free flour. I have vanilla extract, maple syrup, and I have already softened coconut oil. And those are the ingredients that we will be doing in the crust. So here's how we do it. Basically, if you have a blender or food processor, we will put the dry ingredients in first. So the hazelnuts will go in first, and we'll do them one at a time. That way that they blend like a flour consistency. I'm going to turn this on. It's going to be a little noisy, so bear with me.
And while that's blending, I want to remind you guys to check Communicare because Jaclyn was just featured on the cover. She's our featured member of the month. So you definitely want to check that out and learn more about Jaclyn.
Okay, this one's just about done. So I'm going to pour it into the bowl here.
Nice.
And grab a spoon to get the rest of it out. I don't know if you can see in that bowl, but I will show you. Oh, yeah. This is amazing. So basically, you do that with each of those ingredients. The flour, it's just fine granules. So we do that. We're going to throw in the oats next, the gluten-free oats. And then, this is so exciting. Do that same process to this one too.
Nice. So we do want to remind you guys, we are live right now. You can just follow us step by step. The no-bake cake. If you do have any questions, please put them in the comments section and we'll answer them live.
Okay, I got the oats already turned into flour.
Nice.
Yay! I'm so excited. Okay. So next, since we're done with the dry ingredients for this part, we are going to add the wet ingredients to the bowl here. So next would be my banana. You can also find raw almond butter that has banana in it, but because I couldn't find the one that I normally get, I decided just to grab this one and make my own. So literally you just mash it into this mixture, mash it in. Usually if you buy it already in the almond butter, you just start mixing the almond butter in as well. And basically this is like a binding agent. So
great. So we do have some people who just tuned in. John is with us, our friend John. John, we're making a no-bake cake to help people in the holiday season. You know, Thanksgiving's coming up, so this is something you can make without baking. No-bake cake. So thanks for tuning in, John.
Yay. Hi, John. Thanks for tuning in. So this, I'm going to eyeball it. I'm going to do a 1/4 cup, so about 4 tablespoons of the raw almond butter, and add it to this mixture. And then I'm going to get my hands into the mix and press it into the pan. So,
I mean, that already looks good. You could probably eat that straight right there.
Yeah, this will be good. I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I always just fill the cap. You can always add more. Voila, there's that. And then there's 2 tablespoons of maple syrup added to this. You can opt out instead of using maple syrup and just leave it unsweetened. And then I like to fill the cap as well, so 2 caps full.
Awesome.
It's a great measurement
now, Jaclyn,
tool.
I know you are very health conscious, and you know, you're aware of the ingredients you use. Is this, you know, is this like anti-allergenic? Like, is there like anyone like allergies or
Oh yeah,
organic?
great question. So there's the coconut oil. No, so this one is not allergen friendly because we use nuts. But to make it allergen friendly, you can easily, instead of doing like nuts, just do extra oat flour, the gluten-free oat flour if you're allergic to like nuts and stuff. And then I will tell you what you can use to substitute for the second part, which is the filling. So here's the crust. It's going to look like a dough, just like this. And then you're just going to press it into the pan like this. And I like to use my hands in everything I do. So
I saw you wash them. They don't have COVID on them. I show you wash them nice and clean.
So basically, you mold it into the pan, and it's going to be sticky, of course, so you'll get it onto your hands. And then I already have the filling measured out. Basically, you're going to process the nuts that you're using the same way, turn it into more of like a flour consistency. And then basically, once you have that done, you add the wet ingredients to the blender. So eventually, it's like a 3-step process. So for the middle part, instead of using nuts and somebody wants to make it allergen friendly, you can buy silken tofu. And that's a great alternative as long as you're not allergic to soy. So let me rinse my hands really quick.
Yeah, absolutely. While you're rinsing your hands, I'm going to show the picture of the picture you sent me here of 2 of them that she made earlier. Here's the shells. So when all is said and done, it should look something like that. Mine probably wouldn't look like that, but those look pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, sounds good.
But you're doing great. You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
And then usually I take like a fork or a spoon and then kind of push it out towards the sides to make a better area for it to lay flat in the bottom of this. So there's that. And then I already have my flour process from my raw hazelnuts, there's a cup of raw hazelnuts, half a cup of cashews, and then I'm going to put this into the blender because I'm blending it all together with the coconut cream. And this is why I would suggest doing silken tofu rather than doing the nuts or the coconut cream to this layer here. So I'm going to get this into here. I'm so excited. Won't come out.
Do want to remind you guys we are live. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please put them in the comments section because we will answer them live. We want to make sure your no-bake cake comes out just as perfect as Jaclyn's.
Yes, we do. Okay, so I got that in the blender. Okay, so we do the coconut cream, the raw hazelnuts, raw cashews, and then I like to add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract to it for sweetener. You may or may not add a vegan sweetener to this part. It's already going to be sweetened enough. And then I use 2 scoops from this pea protein powder. You can use any protein powder. In my recipe, I use a coconut protein powder, but I'm using 2 scoops already pre-measured in this mix. So it's high protein. And then 2 tablespoons of carob powder. You can use Hershey's chocolate, but I like carob powder because it's a natural. It's like a seed, so it's amazing. It's a superfood. So there's that. And now I'm going to blend.
Nice. And you said this. Did I hear you correctly? You said this is vegan. This is all vegan.
This is all vegan.
Nice.
One second. I need the liquid to go to the bottom because it's not blending.
So we do have a question in the comments section. We have Brian, and Brian's asking, would the texture be different if you were to make this cake without milk?
Yeah, it would be smooth. Preferably if you use the silken tofu. I don't know if you can hear me with that going.
You can. We're good.
But yeah, if you use the silken tofu, it'll be a lot smoother.
Ooh, nice. Great question, Brian. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you. Just check on this. Bottom of the blender. Okay. It's close. We're getting close.
Yeah, I mean, and this is, there's no bake to this. So this is going to save you time, and you look like a stud at your local Thanksgiving parties.
Good. I think I'm going to add a little bit more condensed coconut milk because I think I measured a little bit more nuts than I rather do. So give me 1 second because it's not blending as smooth as I wanted it to.
It's all good.
I'm just going to add some liquid. Yeah.
There's a perfect opportunity for our viewers to ask any questions in the comments section. It could be about the no-bake cake, or it could be about Jaclyn, our featured member of the month and on the cover of Communicare. And if you want to learn more about Jaclyn, there's a whole article in our LeTip magazine, and you can check out her LeTip Live podcast where she talks about herself, her story, and her awesome cookbooks that she's offering all the LeTip members.
Yes. We have lots of treats for y'all. And yeah, you can add more liquid. You can add more, coconut cream if it's not smooth. And that's what's happening here is it's not as smooth as I expected. So I'm just going to add a little bit more creaminess to that. It's going to be so good.
Nice.
There's that. Woohoo! Ooh, okay.
Awesome.
Now,
So
if I
if you
had a
guys were
Vitamix,
interested, yeah,
I was gonna say if
I was
I
gonna
had a
say
Vitamix, it would be faster.
it's all good. We're here for the journey. This is live, so we're cooking with you live today. The first ever LeTip
Yeah.
live cooking show, if you will. This is monumental, groundbreaking stuff right here. And if you want to learn more recipes like this one, definitely check out JaclynCreations.com. You can find her cookbooks that have this recipe and many more. And she's very health conscious, so I'm sure she has vegan recipes, gluten-free recipes. Whatever your diet may entail, I'm sure she has a recipe for you.
Yep. Okay, so this is looking good. I'm going to grab a spoon and I'm going to pour it into the pan here. Basically, it's the second layer. This is going to be put into the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
And then this takes about, I want to say, up to 4 hours to freeze. And then you can do the next layer, which I'll show you. So
Nice.
voila, this is the second ingredient, second layer.
And as far as time, beautiful. And as far as time's concerned, like you just made that. You could probably make that within 5 minutes flat, throw it in the freezer, and you're set. Oh, look at that. You're done.
So this is what it looks like when it comes out of the freezer. And then we do the top ingredients, which is dairy-free yogurt that I use. It's strawberry. Let me grab that.
That looks awesome. Fresh out of the freezer. So literally takes you like a few minutes to prepare. Then you put it in the freezer and then you can tend to it, the next morning right before you go to your family function.
Yeah. With the yogurt, I'm using So Delicious, but in my book, I use Kite Hill. It doesn't matter. You can use any kind of yogurt. With each of these, I like to sweeten mine with vanilla extract. So I put a little drop into the lid, and I sweeten each of these before I put them into as the topping on the cake. So there's one. Let it build its flavor. Here's two. This is so exciting. And you can opt out. You don't have to use vanilla extract, but I love it because it really builds the flavor and makes it sweet. And then these both are going to be combined as topping. And for the sake of saving time, I already diced up fresh strawberries. Use fresh berries if you do anything at all as far as fruit. When you make this recipe, it just goes better. Even though frozen berries or frozen food technically is preserved right away, so it's more nutrient rich. This goes very well with the fresh.
Awesome. So people are already learning a ton from you. John says it's really interesting that you're sweetening the yogurt with vanilla. He's never heard of that. So you learn something new every day here with Jaclyn on the live cooking show on LeTip.
Yeah, thank you. That is so true. Yeah, vanilla extract is amazing. Oftentimes the pure vanilla extract is more expensive because of the quality, but you can find it for pretty inexpensively if you go to like Trader Joe's, for instance, is where I get mine. And I love it. It's very inexpensive there, but other stores, it's like double the price or 3 times the price. So there's that. Now I have my diced up strawberries right here.
Nice. I love strawberries.
These are gonna just go around the top like this. You can decorate it however you want, but the way I like to do it is just one right after the next simultaneously to build the topping to this cake. And you could do half and half. If you didn't want to do this just strawberries, you could do blueberries, You could
Yeah.
raspberries. You could add other fruits of your choice. Maybe make it more of like I was gonna say like a paradise flavor. Maybe add some
Nice.
pineapple.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be amazing. And then this goes into the freezer for two more hours if you want the
Mm-hmm.
entire topping to be frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's the topping. There's that. Voila. Thank you. And then this
Nice.
goes into the freezer, and then you can bring it out within a couple hours. And the best way, I'll show you the finished production. This is what it
Ooh,
looks like when it comes out.
beautiful. We are a real cooking show. We gotta start the
Yay!
LeTip cooking show here. You pull out the one already ready to rock. It's gorgeous, beautiful. It's all, now it's all been put together and in the freezer, and now it's all good. Great
Yay! Thank
job.
you. Oh, and one
So
last thing.
yeah.
One last thing. So when you go to eat these cakes, you want to
Mm-hmm.
take them out fairly early. Give yourself like 30 minutes, maybe, if you're going to be removing them from the freezer, to be able to cut them, serve them, and cut slices out easily.
Mm-hmm.
And they can be stored up to 6 months in the freezer.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
Awesome job, Jaclyn. That was so informative, and I'm sure a ton of people are going to want to use this recipe because it saves you a lot of time, and you get to be a hero at a hero at your Thanksgiving or holiday party. So any other tips or tricks that's part of it, like anything else they need to know? I mean, you pretty much did a great job covering it. I don't think there's anything else, but is there anything else they need to know about this recipe?
Thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate it.
Sweet. Awesome job. So you guys, you definitely want to share this video on your Facebook or LinkedIn or YouTube, however you're watching it. Yes, you definitely want to share this video because, as LeTip members, we're here to help each other. So if we all share this video, more people will not only learn about the awesome recipe of the no-bake cake, but they also learn more about Jaclyn and her story and her books. Speaking of books, if you want a book, don't forget to check out JaclynCreations.com for more information and recipes just like this one. So last chance as well, too, because we are live. If you have a question, your last chance to put it in the comments section and we will answer it live. But great job, Jaclyn. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns for me or LeTip in general?
No, I do have a comment though. I appreciate you for giving me this opportunity. It's phenomenal what you're doing for our community, and I just wanted to be a part of that.
Awesome. You did great. Thank you for joining us. And if any of you guys have anything you'd like to share with the LeTip community, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Do I even have my, you can email me, Doug at Undefeated Media, because we would love to showcase you. Oh, look at you doing the points. Yeah, you're doing the banner. Yeah, there it is. Love it. Love it. So yeah. So don't hesitate to reach out to me because we want to provide value to all of our LeTip members. So Jaclyn did a great job and showed us the no-bake cake. I would love to bring on like an electrician and get tips to how to put our electric bill down. So we're all here to provide value and help each other and our members. So don't hesitate to reach out. Jaclyn did a wonderful job for the first ever LeTip Live cooking show. Great job, Jaclyn. We appreciate you. And definitely check her out on Communicare. Check her out on the LeTip Live podcast to learn more from her. But other than that, great job. And I think that's a wrap, right?
That's a wrap.
Thank you guys for tuning in to LeTip Live, and we will see you next time.